This is the three-time Impact Wrestling X Division champion, the newest member of Bullet Club. I am the inevitable Ace Austin. And right now I want you to check out something on YouTube for me. If you're looking for some wrestling content on YouTube, go ahead and head over to the Nation Network. All right, they got some old school, they got some new school, and I'm willing to bet, chances are they've got something that you'll like, and that is inevitable.
Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome back to House of Honor Wrestling. We bring you the greatest action you're going to find anywhere in the world, and tonight we prove it by bringing you a championship title match. That's right, Leviathan putting the title on the line tonight against Rock Ripley in our main event. Going to be an exciting night of pro wrestling right here for you on the Nation Network. Want to welcome everyone joining us here as we get ready to kick off the festivities.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from San Diego, California, weighing in at 199 pounds.
Take a look at the Rave Kid making his entrance out here, and I'll tell you what, this young guy has really taken Ultra Pro by storm. Fans here at House of Honor can't get enough of this kid.
He's a high flyer, daredevil, and he defies gravity at any given opportunity. And tonight, he's going to be going up against one of the originals here at Ultra Pro Wrestling, Johnny Dalton.
Dalton is going to continue right now to try and find his feet. He's been up and down, and then all of a sudden, here comes Baby Cakes in, his girlfriend. Decides she's going to run the show. Didn't work so well for her last week.
Well, indeed, he does seem to be struggling, much like 2K.
And his opponent from New York, weighing in at 217 pounds. Hot Rod Johnny Dalton.
Hot Rod Johnny Dalton and Baby Cakes coming down here. Titantron is not working correctly again.
It's a 2K thing, man. They are a bunch of miserable fucks.
Well, we're going to see if this week things turn out a little bit differently for Johnny or not. In the past, Baby Cake blamed him for taking matches that she felt he wasn't ready for, or perhaps the timing just wasn't right. Last week set him up against manly Mike Huntsman, and that turned out to be a loss as well. So now the question becomes, is it really Johnny Dalton's fault, or is it just Johnny Dalton?
Well, we've seen Johnny Dalton win a lot of matches. We've seen him win big matches. Just haven't seen him win them lately.
As Dalton delivering not two, but three elbows. Jumping DDT.
Well, we mentioned earlier that the Rave Kid defies gravity. Not with a DDT, you don't.
It is the great equalizer, no doubt about it. And Dalton looks like a totally different person here this week. Twisting neck breaker. Thus far, it's been almost all Johnny Dalton as he blocks that spin kick attempt. And Rave Kid again on the receiving end of a lot of punishment. And Dalton with a rocker dropper.
We've seen him end matches with that one right now. And look at this, Rave Kid's heading over there. You better watch yourself. Don't want to mess with Johnny Dalton's girl.
Goes from behind, German suplex, takes him all the way over. Dalton with that DDT one more time, and that is definitely going to take the wind out of the sails of the Rave Kid.
He is sticking to a very ground-based game as Dalton. Complete opposite of what we normally see out of Rave, but Rave just hasn't been able to get out the gate.
Oh, and he just caught Johnny. See how quickly the tide can turn. That's a 1 count. Kicked out by Dalton, nicely done, and now catches the Rave Kid with that diving clothesline. Goes right for the cover, hooks the leg, and still only able to get one. Later tonight, as we mentioned at the beginning of the show, we will have the House of Honor Heavyweight Championship on the line. Don't get to see that all the time on the weekly show. It's a special event, no doubt about it, when the title's on the line. 2 count, and he almost pulled it off.
Dalton not too happy. He thought he had him that time. Springboard, look at this.
All the way over the top rope into the floor. And the Rave Kid starting to take over.
Baby Cakes, man, she has that look of concern. She's seen this movie before.
Nice move right there by Dalton. Takes him all the way down. German suplex as well. And Dalton follows up with a stiff clothesline. Sends the Rave Kid all the way up the ramp, and now Dalton's going to beat the count back in. Let's see if the Rave Kid can do the same.
He does. But Dalton is ready for him again and just continues where he left off.
Dalton with that swinging neck breaker. And he knows at this point in time he is very close to getting back in the win category. He's just got to finish off the job. Deep arm drag right there by the Rave Kid. Took him over. Goes, hooks the leg. I doubt you're going to beat Johnny Dalton with an arm drag, though. Oh, look at this. Hooks the ankles. This is going to be it. Johnny Dalton's in trouble. And it's another loss.
He did everything right except he lost.
Rave Kid continues to shock the world at the expense of Johnny Dalton. What a move right there by the Rave Kid. Tremendous victory. What a way to start the night. When we come back, though, we've got plenty more action still to come. The Gypsy Queens will be in the house. Tag team wrestling. And, of course, the Heavyweight Championship in our main event. Stay with us, fans.
It's time to grab your popcorn and your soda. Get your favorite candy. And get ready because we are going to the movies. We're going to be watching and reviewing some of the most iconic movies featuring superstars of the world of professional wrestling. Will it be thumbs up or thumbs down? We'll give you our thoughts, you give us yours. Come check us out as we review some of the greatest titles in its genre. Make sure you check out the Nation Network as we take you to the movies. Check out the fastest growing show on the Nation Network.
Yeah, it takes time, hours. People just see the finished product and it's like, oh, you pump out stuff so quickly, but people don't realize, I mean, it's a balancing act, and a lot of people don't get that.
We're the creators and talents that have provided us countless hours of entertainment.
I've been putting up Twitter, I opened like a DeviantArt account, and then I've been putting videos that I make there for my guys.
Come to sit down and share their memories, experiences, and upcoming projects.
Definitely not. The greatest wrestling game of all time? I don't think so.
Formerly known as Inside the Creator Studio.
Wow, it's great to be inside the Creator Studio. And who did you create today, mate?
We now invite you to check out The Rub.
I was looking at your schedule just for this past month on the food truck alone. And you got like a 1985 Hulk Hogan schedule going on here where you got like a morning, a noon, and a night, same day. Then the next day you're in this town. The next day, and I'm thinking to myself,
yeah.
Were you that busy traveling when you were in the ring?
I know, right? I think, busier and actually making more money now than I'm not wrestling.
You know what? I'm going to make money doing this. I'm going to name my price. I am going to do conventions. I'm going to do expos. I'm going to do weddings. I'm ordained to marry people. I've done weddings. I'm the whole 9 yards, man. I absolutely said there's nothing that I can't do with this character. And all your fans out in your nation, we love you, mate. The Bootleggers love you. I hope to see you around. Still on the road. Whoa! Yay!
Only on the Nation Network.
Everybody's favorite time.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 405 pounds.
All right, we take a look at the tag team right there. Oh, Dos Toros Muertos.
Los Jesus and La Corona, these two guys have been very exciting. They've had a lot of big wins, and a lot of people feel that they are next in line for the Tag Team Championship.
Well, a win here tonight would go a long way to making that argument. We want to welcome everyone joining us here live tonight
And their opponents
in the Nation Network as we take a look at their first opponent, Rip Rafferty.
217 pounds.
Neil Hooper's in the house along with Andrew Roberts.
Corey Andrew joining us. Welcome aboard, buddy. WWF Wrestling Videos is here. Corey.
Neil Hooper. Arnie Donovan stopping by to check out the action here live.
Rip Rafferty, he's not making a lot of friends around here. Definitely not making a lot of friends in the locker room either. He's got that street savoir-faire, you might say. Rough around the edges, doesn't really care about who he rubs the wrong way.
England, weighing in at 234 pounds.
I'll take a look at this. Talking about the championship on the line here tonight. Here is the former global champion. And many would say still the number one contender to the now world champion.
Now, he had his world rocked in Detroit a few weeks ago at Motor City Mayhem. Thought he got the upper hand on Blue Collar Bill Dollar, but found out sometimes things don't work out the way you planned. And all of a sudden, there he is against Randy the Ram Robinson, who took advantage of the opportunity, seized the day, as they like to say, carpe diem, and now is the new world champion.
Buckingham now working towards getting the title back. Whether or not he'll be successful or not, hard to say for sure. One thing I can tell you, he is not going to give up without a fight. And the referee calls for the bell. Action's underway. And look at this. Los Jesus wasting no time at all. And Rafferty going down. Springboard, cross body block. La Corona connecting, and Rafferty early on in this one having trouble with the speed.
Well, that's a thing that a lot of teams have to try to contend with. There's a lot of wrestlers out there, both singles, tag teams, doesn't matter. We have a cruiserweight division here, and they've got a lot of talent and a lot of speed, but there's something different about these two guys. The way they move is almost lightning fast, and it's created a lot of struggle for a lot of top-tier talent.
Buckingham, his first chance in a while to step back through the ropes. Got caught there momentarily. Nice move, Buckingham again, ducking it out. Couple of stiff forearms right across the back. And La Corona gonna have to come up with a B plan because the A plan is not following through quite the way they planned it.
Walks right into a big elbow, but look at Rafferty. Not a bad job of staying in the fight here.
Tag made, and Rafferty coming in now as the legal man for his team. Rafferty going all the way up to the top rope. What's he got in mind? Well, he went for the body block, it looked like, but he missed.
Corona is in the wrong part of town.
And they are making him pay the price indeed. Head first, right into the guardrail here ringside. Throwing him back into the ring. La Corona gonna try and make the tag, and he does. Los Jesus now is in there.
Well, one thing we'll say about this tag team is we've seen a lot of them in singles competition lately. Los Jesus has been, as well as La Corona. Now that can work both ways. It could be a good thing because by honing in your single skills, that should translate to the tag team division.
Both men going high risk, both men getting no reward. To your point, though, the fact that these guys have been having a lot of singles matches as of late, but there's also a continuity factor with a tag team, and you have to wonder if taking time away from your tag team partner is going to help with that.
Also a good argument to be had there, so we'll have to wait and see how this one plays out.
Has him up in the air. Sit out power bomb. Rafferty.
Oh, they both went for a move at the same time. And Riff Raff, he got caught.
German suplex. Rafferty's in a whole lot of trouble right now. Los Jesus from behind rolls him up and sit down powerbomb. Hooks the leg. Save is made at the last moment.
Buckingham had to dive in there and break that one up. And you see Rafferty slow to get back up to his feet.
Rafferty is a street fighter by nature. He will get down and dirty with the best of them.
Grew up down in the Bowery of small town in England. Perhaps why these two guys actually have formed this team here tonight. They do have that background together. Irish whip to the ropes.
Followed up perfectly right there by Buckingham, who got caught with that Hurricane Rana. And now Corona walks right into a small package. The former champion thinking that he might get away with a quick one there. Doesn't hurt to try.
Well, you can catch somebody off guard, and it only takes 3 seconds, and there are times where that might seem like a lot longer depending whether you're on the receiving or the giving end.
Nice kick out right there, showing he still has plenty left. Look at this! Corona, a rake of the face! And now there's a neck breaker. Stiff forearm shot, and down he goes. Tag is made, and here comes Rafferty.
Went for the clothesline. Look at this. Blocked the shot at Jesus, but guess what? Pay attention to what's happening in the ring, buddy. You celebrate once the bell rings if you're on the winning side. Otherwise, pay attention.
Oh, he caught Rafferty in the package, rolls him up. Oh, and he almost put him away right there. Hurricane Rana, now Rafferty in trouble. All 4 men in the ring.
Referee is struggling to maintain order in this one.
Los Jesus. Irish whip to the ropes, back out front, nice drop down, leapfrog, comes out the other side, and now deep arm drag. Rafferty looking to make the tag, he's going the wrong way. Now he realizes it. And he makes the tag.
Buckingham was going after Los Jesus, but I don't know if he realizes that the tag had been made.
What a neck breaker! La Corona just took a lot of the starch out of the sails. Buckingham in trouble, head first into the turnbuckle he goes. Here comes the double team. Knocked his head off with that kick, goes for the cover, hook and a leg. Will it be enough?
Save made by Rafferty, who had to do double time to get across the ring that quick.
To the ropes, back out front, they collide. Both men starting to show signs of wearing down just a little bit.
Well, when you go the speed that La Corona and Los Jesus travel at here, eventually it is going to take its toll.
Spent too much time on top, and Rafferty knocking him from his perch.
See how quickly Buckingham got up after that? It's like he baited him into it.
Buckingham feeling that perhaps it's just a matter of time. Here's the Irish whip, though, as Los Jesus got caught. Sir Oliver with a hip toss takes him across the ring. Here's the Irish whip. Into the turnbuckle he goes. And now there's going to be another tag made. And right now, I've got to tell you, I'm very impressed with the performance of the Brits.
Well, I'll tell you what. The Lucha Libre guys are doing a pretty damn good job as well. It's been a great match.
Both teams know how important a win can be, and as much as you have to look at Sir Oliver Buckingham and think that he is thinking about regaining the now World Championship, it's not bad to have a backup plan, and tag team titles would be a B plan, I think, for him. Northern Light suplex couldn't hold on. A lot of times that'll turn into a pinning combination. La Corona driving the knee into the back of the neck. Snap suplex takes him over. I thought he's going to cradle the hook. Hook the leg, rather. Rafferty better figure a way out of that corner. Tag made, double team coming up. Boot to the midsection, and he's left wide open. And now it is Los Jesus. We've seen this one earlier. There's that power bomb. I thought he might try for the pin, and Rafferty gonna roll out to the floor. Over the top.
Los Jesus went for broke, but unfortunately La Corona got involved and it cost him.
Going all the way up to the top rope now. He was distracted momentarily. And Los Jesus gonna take advantage of that distraction.
Both of these teams came here tonight for a fight, and a fight they are going to get.
Mounts all the way up to the top rope now. What are we doing here? Into a bulldog. He might be out. Hook of the leg. It's 1, 2, and they're going to get the win.
What an impressive victory it was.
Oh, look who it is. The tag team champions are here. They have got the attention of the tag team champions who have shown up here at ringside.
America's been drinking beer from a company that doesn't even know which restroom to use. That's why I created Conservative Dad's Ultra Right 100% woke-free beer.
Oh my God!
As conservatives, we're constantly being hit in the face, left and right, by the word mouth. The last place we want
innovate some violence.
You will
never pin me.
Now with
Everybody's favorite kind.
You know what beer is. Stop giving money to woke corporations. Hate our values. And to the rest of you woke corporations, stay the away from our kids.
Buy yours online in 42 states at ultrarightbeer.com.
Tastes like freedom.
All right, fans, we are back ready for more action, and what a night it's been already. Still to come in our main event, the House of Honor Heavyweight Championship.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Boulder, Texas, weighing in at 237 pounds.
Accompanied by Amber Lynn. This is Chad Maverick.
Well, Chad Maverick coming out here and maybe a proud Texan. Generally speaking, a lot of what he's done out here, he's drawn divide between the fans. I mean, there's some that love him, there's some that don't like him at all. You can hear it in the crowd.
Well, I think the biggest problem with Chad Maverick is he is taking shortcuts that he doesn't need to be taking. I think the fans look at him. He's a big young kid. He's got a lot going on for him. But he can't help himself, it seems, sometimes in some of the underhanded tactics he's used in order to secure some wins. And his battles with Kike Ramirez continue on here tonight. No love lost between these men. Once again, want to welcome everyone joining us here live on the Nation Network. We've got Darth Baca in the house. J-Rocks is here.
Been a minute. J-Rock's back where he belongs, right here in the Nation Network.
Mr. Madman Swiss. Welcome once again. This is the Nation Network. This is House of Honor. As the summertime continues to heat up, so do we here at Ultra Pro. And the referee calls for the bell. Action begins. Both men meet up in the middle of the ring. Collar and elbow, and he goes in for a scoop slam, perhaps? No. Fall away slam. And Ramirez feeling the effects of that one.
Well, the size and weight and strength advantage will all be going to Chad Maverick. Experience and quickness goes to Kike Ramirez, and he's got him tied up early on. That lay-down version of an abdominal stretch, you can get a little extra torque into doing it that way.
And I think Chad Maverick knew he wasn't going to tap out that early on in the match. But at the same time, for your Kike Ramirez, oh, he's in trouble. The sleeper's locked on very quickly. And he breaks out of it.
Kike Ramirez fortunate to get out of that one because a lot of people don't make it.
Springboard off the ropes, back elbow right on the chin, and down goes Chad Maverick.
Ramirez following up with that DDT, nicely done.
Went to the right hand, blocked it nicely, did Maverick, and now Irish whip. No, he brings him right back into the knee. Up across the shoulders, and Maverick in trouble. Head first into the buckle.
He's bleeding. He got, oh, look at it. Might have broken his nose.
We'll try to get a closer look at that one, but there is definitely some damage done, and Maverick seeing his own blood, and Kike Ramirez mocking him there momentarily. I don't know if that's a smart move. We mentioned that these two are not strangers to one another. They've had a few matches now. And with each pass, over the top, oh, what a move!
Ramirez wiped him out with that one. That was extraordinary.
The flash and dash of Kike Ramirez on display here right now in front of the House of Honor faithful. Has him up across the back and lays him out. Referees count up to 7, and Kike Ramirez paying attention, throwing Chad Maverick back into the ring. Hook at a leg. Amber Lynn doesn't look too happy with what she's seeing right now. And her man just barely got his shoulder up off the canvas.
You would think with that size advantage that he would be able to do a little bit more than has been happening here, but He is fallen victim to the speed factor.
Snaps the throat under the bottom rope. And Ramirez deadlifted off the canvas. Running power slam.
I think he would have had him, but he was under the ropes with that right leg. Referee did the right thing, breaking the count.
Kike starting to fight his way back to a vertical base, and now again across the back. Sit out, attitude adjustment right there. What a sidewalk slam that was.
Well, I'll tell you, the size and strength advantage, it's not showing up. Ramirez just used what I would consider to be a power move on a guy who outweighs him by about 50 pounds.
A deadlift into a gut-wrench powerbomb. Can you believe what we're seeing out of Kike Ramirez tonight?
Quite frankly, no.
And now back into the ring. Kike has him. Oh, he's gonna go! He ties him up. Stretching him out right now. Chad Maverick gonna have to make a decision.
Amber Lynn does not look happy outside the ring right now. Referee is in position, waiting for Maverick to give it up.
And here's the strength advantage that we talked about as he powers out of that submission hold. Back to the collar and elbow, shoots him to the ropes. Drop down, nicely done by Maverick with that buckshot elbow right to the face. Tremendous clothesline, and Ramirez back to in trouble.
Well, there's a smart move right there for a number of reasons. It slows the match down, and he needs that. But also targeting the leg, and that'll help keep Kike grounded, and that would definitely benefit Chad Maverick here.
Oh, Maverick caught him with a lariat and hooks the leg. And Kike Ramirez kicks out.
Let me tell you, that was an absolute devastating lariat right there. Stan Hansen would have been proud of that one. Ramirez, though, survives it, and there's a neck breaker.
As we see that blood still trickling down the face of Chad Maverick. He manages to escape by the slimmest of margins, I might add. Caught him with a Spanish fly.
Chad Maverick right now has got to come up with an answer.
That Texas elbow coming crashing down into the chest. And Ramirez feeling the power of the bigger wrestler. Oh, off the top, connecting with the axe handle.
And now going to the eyes, and this is what we talked about, why the fans aren't really behind this guy.
There's a clothesline again, and Ramirez down. This crowd now on its feet, counting along with the referee. And that knee right to the head, and Ramirez is in a lot of pain.
He might be out, and look at this. Maverick gonna throw him back in the ring, follow after him. See Amber Lim right there saying, go get him.
Oh, that's it. That is it.
You can count to 7.
Chad Maverick with another big win here tonight.
Well, you got hit by one of those, that's bad enough. Getting hit by it a second time, I don't know anyone's going to come out of that.
Here is your winner,
Amber Lynn very happy indeed that her man was victorious here tonight. Stick around, more action still to come. This is House of Honor.
Today we salute you, Mr. Budweiser, head of marketing guy. Only you could take a beer and make it queer. 20 years of amazing ad campaigns. Oh my God! And this is what you end up. What the fuck were you thinking?
It's time to innovate some violence. You will never pin me. Now it's everybody's favorite time.
All right, time for some action from the Gypsy Queen division as we take a look at Whitney White.
Whitney White has earned her way up the ladder and now has a non-title match, but it's a big match nonetheless. Against Ika Tanji, she is the reigning women's champion here at Ultra Pro.
Once again, want to send shout-outs to all the fine folks joining us here on the Nation Network tonight. Primetime is in the house along with Chuck.
And from Yamaguchi, Japan, the Women's National Champion,
Ika Tanji was able to retain that title in a tremendous battle at Motor City Mayhem. A lot of people thought that perhaps she was going to come up on the short end of the stick going up against Hamura, but it didn't turn out that way.
Yeah, her and Shinzo had one hell of a knockdown drag-out match, and it was a great match. But as you can see, she is still the Women's Liberty Champion.
Bell sounds, action's underway, and Whitney wasting no time at all. Running straight at the champion. Whitney White has had a lot of big wins over recent weeks and again has earned this top spot. And a win tonight over the champion in a non-title match would be huge for Whitney.
Man, she is coming out after this girl like she owes her money.
Early on, going for the cover, got a 1 count, and while Ika was able to kick out, she does look a little worse for the wear, and we're only about a minute into this match. Irish whip by the champion, drops down, comes right back at her, leapfrog. Tanji goes around the back, German suplex, and now Whitney suddenly slowing down for a moment. Overhead belly to belly, and now the champion has things going her way. All the way to the top rope, what is she gonna do here?
Took a little too much time up there, and Whitney beat her back into the ring. Therefore, there was no contact on that.
Ika Tanji taking the scenic route to getting back in the ring. Perhaps looking at whatever options she might have. Oh, what happened there? And now Whitney right back up. Has got the champion. Powerbomb, yes! Shoulders down, there's one, there's two!
Damn near pulled it off. If you're Whitney White right now, you can feel it.
She has been targeting the leg, in particular the left leg and knee of the champion since the start of the match.
Well, I'll tell you why that's a smart move. Whitney White knows a couple of things. Number one, she knows she's not going to win the title tonight. It's not on the line. The other thing she knows is there will be a title match in the future. If you can take out a knee or a leg of the champion here tonight, that is something that can benefit you when that title is on the line.
Hell, and you just saw the mist. The ink from the octopus. We've seen her use it as a weapon in the past. German suplex, had the shoulders down but couldn't hold her. Spinning back heel kick, caught her right in the face, and now Whitney in trouble.
Well, Whitney's got the height advantage, but right now there's the octopus locked in, and that might be the match.
Whitney White struggles and manages to escape the hold. Back and forth, these two exchanging blows. And Ika Tanji's gonna go outside the ring.
Whitney is feeling it right now. She's ready to go.
Ika Tanji, I don't think she wants anything more to do with Whitney.
Well, Whitney's not going to leave her with an option as she rams her into the apron.
Whitney White says, we're going to finish this. Drop kick to the shoulders. Ika Tanji pulls herself to the apron. And Whitney White, stunner off the top rope.
Ika Tanji crawling back into the ring. You can tell she is not at 100% right now.
Whitney White gonna try and put her away. Now's the time. Face buster. The debutante delivers. And now goes for the cover. Might have taken a little too long. And I do believe that is the reason why this match will continue. Shoots the legs. Oh, she's gonna go. And there it is. The sharpshooter is on. Referee's gonna ask the champ if she's had enough.
You know what? It's a non-title match. There's nothing wrong with giving it up here and saving yourself for the big one.
Ika Tanji, the pride kicking in, not going to do it, and manages to escape. Back body drop of the champion, went for the long ride with a crash landing.
Last thing I saw that high up in the air came with a stewardess.
Snapmare takes her over. Stiff kick right to the back. Oh, and a big knee right to the face.
Whitney White has got to come up with an answer. She had everything in her favor, but things have turned.
What a move right there. Hammerlock the arm and then delivered the spine buster on it. Hammered away now.
Let's keep an eye on the referee's count at the same time. They can get lost in the moment of the fight and not realize what's going on inside the ring.
Ika Tanji now back in. Stepping through the ropes, and she now right back out, and that'll break the count. Referee will start all over again. Well, everybody clearing out now as they're getting a little bit too close to the broadcast table area.
Follows her up with that devastating bulldog, and now look at Whitney giving the lip service to the champ.
Oh, and Whitney's got her in a sleeper hold. There it Ika Tanji trying to escape.
She is not doing it.
Oh, she managed to break the grip. Hurling Whitney White back under the bottom rope, and now Ika Tanji follows her back into the ring. This match continues. Nice snapmare. And a drop kick. Oh, went for it there, but Ika Tanji was ready and said, I don't think so. The cutter! Hooks the leg, gets one, gets two, and she'll get the win. What a match these two put on.
Well, there is no shame in the outcome of this one. Whitney White, as we saw right there was that face buster, and that almost gave her the win over the champ. But I'm a firm believer you get more out of a loss than you do out of a win sometimes. Whitney White is going to be so much better the next time these two meet because of this match.
I believe you might be right. Ika Tanji showing why she is the Ultra Pro Women's Champion. We'll be back with our main event. Stay with us.
In 1982, he fought for his life.
Don't push it, I'll give you a war you won't believe.
In 1985, he fought for his country. In 1988, he fought for his friend. In 2008, he fought for freedom. In 2019, they drew last blood. And now, in 2023. And if you think that's messed up, wait until you see the reboot of Transformers.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Heavyweight Championship.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, ready for action. This is our main event of the evening. For the House of Honor Heavyweight Championship, Rock Ripley heading down to the ring. He and Leviathan have had a couple of matches lately. They have been barn burners, to say the least.
Well, Ripley is the #1 contender here at House of Honor and has earned this opportunity. We weren't sure how soon he was going to see it, but now we know.
Crowd favorite indeed. He will not get that same experience, though, with the champion when he comes out here, as the fans here have not taken very well to Leviathan's actions, not at all.
Well, he had one hell of a series of matches going up against Big Bone Malone, which of course culminated in that steel cage match.
As we take a look at the House of Honor Heavyweight Champion, Leviathan is a beast, no doubt about it. He is a force of nature. As we take a look at the House of Honor Heavyweight Championship title, that is what these two men are going to be competing for here momentarily.
The challenger from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 238 pounds. And his opponent from the pits of hell, weighing in at 335 pounds. He is the heavyweight champion, Leviathan.
Leviathan taking a long look at that championship title, perhaps the biggest challenge for that title he's had thus far, and taking nothing away from Big Bone Malone, but rock solid Rock Ripley has had a lot of people's numbers.
Well, Ripley has earned this opportunity. He has worked his way to where he's at right now. But none of that matters if you don't take care of business once the bell rings. And right off the bat, the champ rolls right through Ripley.
You know, one of the stipulations going back to the Motor City Mayhem match in that steel cage, the champion put out there on his own, I might add, that if he were to have lost that match, he would have left House of Honor.
Well, he hasn't made that promise here for tonight's match, I can tell you that much right now, but I also don't think he plans on losing it.
Has him up in the air. He's going to hold him for a moment. The strength of Leviathan. He's going to make Ripley really think about it a little bit. Into the corner he goes. Clothesline follows it up. Down across the back and now stomping away. Leviathan has him over the shoulder. Running power slam. Ripley is in trouble.
Manages to kick out on a one, but he can't take too many of those. And one thing about Leviathan we know is he is a strong man. He was doing the same things we're seeing right here, right now against Big Bone Malone. And Malone standing nearly 7 foot tall, over 300 pounds. For anyone to move him around like that says something.
Caught him in the sidewalk slam, and Ripley right back up and almost out of anger, sending the champion over the top rope, crashing to the floor. And now belly to belly on the concrete.
You know, a lot of people said out there, yeah, but there's pads out there. It doesn't hurt. Let me tell you, these pads, they're about maybe 2 inches thick. Pressed fiber. The amount of protection that provides on a slam like that is so minimal.
Oh, he's got him up. Power bomb on the apron. Oh, no, my goodness.
That might be it right there for Ripley. I don't know that you get up from that.
Leviathan just about ending the career of Rock Ripley here tonight.
He isn't beating him, he's punishing him.
Ripley with a clothesline, couldn't even take him down. Leviathan just shook it off. Follows it up with a big slam, and once again, the champion is in complete control. Belly to belly. Leviathan biding his time, and he's waiting. Stiff clothesline. And now Ripley back to his feet. Another one.
Well, I can tell you, things not looking very good for Rock Ripley here tonight.
Couple of big right hands gets him out of trouble momentarily, but Leviathan right back in control. Ripley has struggled to put any offense together. There's the pop-up, face first slam to the canvas. 2 3/4 count. Ripley still able to kick out. Oh, what a back heel kick. That one just rocked the champion.
He's hurt. He is hurt, and that could be enough.
Hooks the leg. We might have a new champion right here.
2 3/4 count. Leviathan has now tasted a little bit of controversy for the first time in this match.
And he just drops Ripley across the top rope of the champion. Trying to show that he is still in control.
I got to tell you, man, for a moment, and that's why you can look at everything you want on paper, size, strength, wins, losses, all that. The reason we have the matches is it only takes 1 moment and a 3 count.
Oh, there's that sit-out powerbomb by the champion, and I think that might be the end of the night for Rock Ripley. No, he kicks out. Leviathan not happy with the referee, but he gave a solid count.
Cannot argue with that count. Leviathan's just not used to people kicking out.
Oh, he is now taunting the faithful here at ringside.
It's a sign of disrespect for Ripley, too. He's not even paying any attention to his opponent.
Ripley now fighting his way back into this one. To the ropes. And the scissor kick drops the champion.
He is way too close to the ropes, and I would think that rock-solid Rock Ripley would know better.
Leviathan, smart move to roll outside the ring. Look at this.
Slingshot, nicely done. Cross body on the floor. Now the champ is in trouble.
Swing and a miss. Ripley with a DDT on the floor.
And look how Leviathan gets right back up from that DDT with a defiant look on his face.
Reverse DDT. Dropping that forearm, but nobody home. And now the champion, his shot was blocked. And now Ripley trying to do something. Again to the ropes with that scissor kick.
He's now going to pull him away from the ropes this time, but how much time and energy is he wasting?
Hooks the leg. The champion can just reach over. He didn't do it. We've got a new champion. Rock Ripley has defeated Leviathan.
I see it, and I don't know if I believe it.
The scissor kick, the second time around. Look at this. The arm was right there under the rope.
Well, you know we're going to hear about
Here's
that.
the winner and new heavyweight champion.
You heard it. New heavyweight champion Rock Ripley has done it. We want to thank you all for joining us here for House of Honor. We'll see you next week for plenty more here on the Nation Network.